What's going on, guys? Welcome to Gunshot Gaming. I'm Tito Rosado, and if you didn't catch my video recently talking about my speculation that we were going to be getting Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR, I kind of halfway got it right. Let me explain. So Facebook recently had one of their Oculus Connect showcases, and now while this one wasn't really centered around gaming, it was more about Facebook changing their name to Meta and just kind of showing what the future of VR could be, and kind of more focused around just other AR and VR things that we'll be having in our lifetime in the future, where Facebook is kind of looking to take over the world. But there's plenty of other videos talking about all that and everything they went through. Some of it was a little cringe, but it was just, it was okay. But as far as gaming goes, we did get one big announcement with barely any info about it. Simply put, they did say that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is currently in development for the Oculus Quest 2. Now, this is probably one of the most, I would say, probably one of the top when it comes to the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. Obviously, we're about to get that definitive edition that's coming out on our new consoles of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. San Andreas is the one that really kind of took it to another level as far as introducing a lot of RPG elements into the game. So I'm so excited to hear that this is in development for Oculus Quest 2, but the only disappointing thing is they literally showed nothing. Zero. Just, it's coming. People are working on it. In development. So we really have nothing to go off of what it's going to be like, of how immersive it's truly going to be. But the one thing kind of got me thinking is recently getting to check out Resident Evil 4 in VR on Oculus Quest 2, as that's an old game that was now brought into VR. Obviously, there was some trade-offs for it in the sense of when you did like the cutscenes, it kind of brought you out of it and you weren't still in VR, you just kind of got to see the screen. But when it came down to it, that game is phenomenal, and I want to say I'm just coming off of playing Resident Evil 4 VR for the first time, literally like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago before recording this video, and I was thinking about that as I was playing. I was like, whoa, like this is an old game brought into VR. This really gives me a lot of hope for what they can do with San Andreas, because I mean, especially too within some of the things, like if you can give me a seamless world, especially going from like, you know, you obviously just think about hijacking, you know, carjacking, taking over people's cars. Like if I'm in VR, am I truly going to be able to open the door and punch the person or shoot the person and grab them out, get in there, and then am I having a virtual handle? Like, I don't know, just so many things of kind of wondering how that's going to go and how smooth it'll be, but it gets me excited for what we could have in the future. Now, while we still don't have any official announcement as far as Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out in VR, I mean, I get half a point, right? I said Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming in VR. We got San Andreas in VR. Grand Theft Auto, I win.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
And now it's also got me wondering, with the success of Resident Evil 4 in VR and seeing how it's getting really great reviews, people are loving it. If Grand Theft Auto San Andreas does the same, comes out and it's great, are they going to look to continue to take older beloved games and then put them in VR? Which honestly, I'm all for, because just within my initial impressions of Resident Evil 4, just playing through the first chapter, I was like, this just feels great. And this is so amazing compared to some of the other VR games we've gotten that try to be like a story-driven game that just feel, I don't know, half-assed, honestly. They don't feel like a true VR version of a game, you know, compared to like Resident Evil 7 in VR, where that was like a true full-fledged single-player game in VR, then going to Resident Evil 4, which feels like the same thing. I would love if they take more beloved franchises and games that we love and put them in VR. But unfortunately, like I said, I don't have like any cool news to report on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Just, it's happening. It's coming. And like I said, I still think we're going to get that announcement one day that Grand Theft Auto 5 is in VR. Okay? So be ready. It's going to come, and I'll be there, and I'll be saying, I told you so. That's why I'm here, to inform you of my thoughts that aren't real, but could be real.
Right.
So are you excited about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas coming to VR? Would you have rather them done Grand Theft Auto 3 or Vice City? Let me know down below. And yeah, it doesn't look like you've hit the like button yet, so you should probably do that. And then have a great day.